5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to the BrainSpace Software YouTube learning channel called Brainwaves. This new channel will provide you with access to a series of videos focused on BrainSpace demonstrations and how-to training videos. In this video, I will demonstrate how to create and manage tags or coding fields in BrainSpace. Beginning with version 6 of BrainSpace, users now have the option of creating tags in BrainSpace and applying those tags to individual documents or in bulk based on any search or filter within the application. Tags can be applied to documents within any of the visualization screens in the Analytics tab of the application. Tags can also be applied to documents when training a CMML, CAML, or predictive coding classifier. Now let's begin the demonstration. Okay, to first create tags, we'll need to sign into BrainSpace, and we'll need to go to the Administrators section of the application. And remember, you have to be a super admin to access this function or feature. Next, we're going to go to the Tags icon underneath the data set that you want to create a tag for. And we're going to select New Tag, and we're going to give the tag a name. Remember, these are BrainSpace tags, so you have the flexibility to name them however you want, and they're very similar to how you would create a tag and manage a tag inside of, let's say, Relativity, for example. So I'm going to create a tag. I'm just going to call it test tag. I have the option of making it a single tag, which is more or less a yes/no field, or a tag with choices. For tags with choices, I have the option of one or many choices. For example, I could enter responsive, non-responsive. I could also add a third choice that says needs further review, and so on. So in this example, I'm just going to create a choice tag called test tag with the following three choices. I'll click save. And though that tag has been created and is now available in my list of tags, so in my manage tags screen, you'll see here down at the bottom, test tag has been created, and here are all your available choices. You can delete those individual choices if you'd like at any time, if they're not needed. You can also delete the actual tag itself at any point. When you delete a tag, any decisions that have been made up to that point will be lost. So be careful when you're deleting a tag. Make sure that's exactly what you want to do, as well as individual choices. If I delete a choice, then any decisions I've made and any documents I've tagged with that particular choice, that information will be lost as well. You'll notice that the tag currently has no documents coded with this tag or any of the available choices. That's because we've just created it. And you can see here that this is the type of tag, the choice, versus a single tag, or again, a yes/no tag. You can also see in this tag management screen that if you've got a lot of tags created over time, you have the ability to do a quick search to find the tag that you're looking for. You can see that. And you also have the ability to not only just create a new tag, which is a BrainSpace tag, you have the ability to connect to a relativity tag. Connecting tags means that you're going to connect to a relativity tag, a tag that already exists in relativity, and you're going to pull that tag into BrainSpace basically, and any choice associated with that existing relativity tag will also get pulled into BrainSpace along with all of the current coding decisions in relativity that have been made against these particular choices and this tag. So here's an example of that. Here's a connected tag. This is actually a relativity tag that exists in a relativity workspace that's connected to this particular data set. And I've connected to this tag. I've brought in the choices associated with that tag. And again, it could be more than just two choices here. There could be many choices, but these are single choice fields. And you can see that I've used the pull tag option to pull in all of the coding decisions. So once you connect to a tag, The next step is you'll want to pull in all the coding decisions from the relativity workspace. Whatever decisions have been made up to that point, you want to pull those in, and that pulling process will take several minutes. And then what you'll have is these values will go from zeros to whatever the number is associated with however many documents have been tagged with those particular choices. And again, you can see the choice type here. You can always disconnect a tag as well, a relativity tag if you'd like. Um, disconnecting a tag does not delete it from relativity. It just removes it from the BrainSpace interface. So this is how you create a new BrainSpace tag and also how you connect to an existing relativity tag, all from within the tag management screen here in the administration section of the application. Now that I've created the tag, I can use the tag in just about every screen that's available inside of BrainSpace. For example, here I am on the dashboard, and if I select a particular time frame on the timeline, maybe I want to select a particular time frame in terms of the term heat map, and maybe drag and select a subset of time. So I'm making all these decisions around my data. These are metadata filters that I'm applying to my data at this point. Maybe I'm interested in, a particular domain and anything that is an AOL email, for example, and retrieve those as well. So I'm building out this really elaborate search, and now I've gone from about 1 million documents to about 200 documents. And at this point, if I wanted to apply a tag in bulk to the 199 documents that I've identified using, the dashboard and visualizations on the dashboard, I can then just simply click the tag icon here. It's available in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. When I click this, again, if this is a long list of tags, you can do a search for the tag that you're interested in this case, test tag. And here are my available choices. I can click on the choice that I want to apply to the particular subset of documents, or the 199 documents. You can see the dialog in the lower right-hand corner. The BrainSpace has just applied that tag and that choice to all 199 documents in my results. And that runs in just a few seconds, so it's very quick. So that same option, that bulk tagging option, exists in the other visualizations, but you can also open up a particular document and apply the tag at an individual document level. To do that, come over here to the left-hand side of the screen. You can see, if I click on the tag option here, you can see which tags have already been applied to this particular document. You can remove that tag. You can also search for other tags. So I can apply more than one tag and choice to an individual document. So here I've got LJMN Raptor is a completely separate tag that was already created, and I'm applying that tag to this document as well. So now you have two tags set up and applied to this individual document. But that's how you would apply tags to individual documents, by selecting this option here, this tag option, and then searching for the tag that you want to apply and the choice that you want to apply, and then selecting that choice, and then you'll see it appear here in the list. So that's for individual document tagging. But we like to think of BrainSpace as highly visual analytics, interactive visual analytics, where you're making decisions on a group of documents versus individual documents. So to go to other visualizations, for example, like the cluster wheel, that same bulk tagging option exists if you see it here. I've got my search still enabled, so you can see the area of the wheel that has a kind of a higher concentration of what I'm looking for based on the filters and the searches I've applied to my data. But if I blow this away and just get back to a zero state and dive into a particular cluster, maybe I found a particular cluster that's interesting and I want to apply a tag to all the documents within this cluster. I click on the ellipsis and I can say tag this cluster. And again, you see that same dialog box pop up where you can search for the tag that you're interested in, and you can apply the choice that you want. And again, in the lower right-hand corner, it's telling you how many documents are being tagged, what is the tag, and what is the choice. And again, it runs in just a matter of a few seconds. So now I've got those documents tagged in bulk. And so that's how you can use bulk tagging on the cluster wheel. The same would hold true for if you're looking at a focus, which again is a subset view of the cluster wheel, or building a cluster wheel on a subset of data. If I go to the communications tab and load up communications, you also have the ability to apply tags as well. Let's say if I do a search for LJM and make Raptor required, and then flip over to the communication view, you can see that option of applying a bulk tag exists in the the communication analysis screen as well. So I can apply that tag in bulk to any subset. In this case, I'm looking at about 2,300 documents, and I want to apply a tag in a choice. I could even select conversations between individuals, narrowing my focus even more to, in this case, 160 documents, and apply a bulk tag to a group of documents. So bulk tagging capability, it exists here in sort of the same layout, same screen within any of the different visualization screens inside the Analytics tab. Now you can also use tagging for notebooks. When you create a notebook, you have the option, here's quite a few notebooks that have already been created, but you have the option of associating a tag to a notebook when you create it. So if I create a test notebook, here in the bottom left-hand corner, I have the option of saying, look, for this notebook, any document that I put into this notebook, I want the individuals that are reviewing the documents in this notebook to use a particular tag. I want to force them to use a tag that I've selected when I set up the notebook. And you can associate more than one tag to a notebook, but in this case, in this example, I'm just showing you how to add a single tag that we've already created here to this notebook. And when I create that, now if you go into a particular notebook and you've got a tag associated to it, you can apply the tag there as well. So I'll show you how to do that. Now that I've created this empty notebook, and let's put some documents into that notebook. 2,300 documents. Let's go ahead and bulk add the 2,300 documents to the notebook that I just created here. And you can see that's happening in the lower right-hand corner. So now if I go back to my test notebook, I can see that the 2,375 documents have been added. If I go into the notebook and I open up, and these are individual documents in sort of a tile view, but if I open up a document, you can see that the test tag that I've associated to my notebook when I created it, we automatically create sort of a review layout for you, and you can apply the tags and the individual choices for that tags to the notebooks or to the documents that you're looking at in this particular notebook. So here I've got 2,375 documents in my notebook, and if I want to have an analyst and an investigator or an attorney open up this notebook and review the contents of the notebook with the tag that I've specified and the tag that I've associated to this notebook, I can do that. And when they open up individual documents, we automatically create this nice layout, and you can apply tags to the documents within the notebook as you traverse down through the list of documents. So here I'm on the second document, it's non-responsive. I click on the third document, needs further review, and so on. So I'm applying these tags as I go. And if I close the document viewer, you can see the tags that I just applied and which documents I applied the tags to. And again, you can remove those tags individually if you'd like. You can also tag documents from this view as well. So I don't actually have to open the document viewer to apply tags. I can simply click on the tag icon for a particular document. And again, I get the same tag dialog box. So I can go to my tag and click on, for example, needs further review. And now I can apply that tag there as well. So you can apply tags in this tile view. You can open up the document viewer and apply tags here using our layout that we've created automatically. You can also, again, apply tags in bulk, as I mentioned. So there's a lot of ways that you can apply tags to individual documents and in bulk. And as you apply tags to documents, especially for notebooks, we keep track of how many documents within a particular notebook have been tagged, and the percentage, both count and percentage, of how many documents have been tagged with a certain field or certain coding field within a particular notebook. So again, if I had multiple tags associated with this notebook, you would see those multiple tags listed here. This concludes our demonstration. For additional information on how to use any of our features, including step-by-step instructions, please visit our new online user documentation portal called BrainSpace Support Station at docs.brainspace.com. If you are a new BrainSpace user or do not have access to this site, please contact Brainspace technical support at support@brainspace.com and request access. Thank you.